What did he say?
Hey guys, it's Savan. I hope you all had a very happy holiday week. Just a quick update before this weekend's Omni Tank 2.0 video drops. I wanted to upload this as it's old footage. In this video, we were testing some new pieces for the new build. I was out enjoying open world fort PvP, and I encountered this group of chill syndicate guys. The prepare to get graped is wild, but they were very cool. After getting crushed in very outnumbered 1vx fights, we had some friendly 1v1s, which will play in the background. Turns out they are fans of the content, which is always good to hear. As fun as faction conflict is, it's cool coming across moments like this. It reminds us that this is just a game, and even if we aren't in the same faction, we can still throw hands and bro out. Shout out to the 2 Trailer Park Girls Company. Wild name for some wild dudes. More from them in the future videos. On to the new build stuff. Hasted Vigor is as solid of a choice as I thought it would be. When I was first theory crafting the Omni Tank, I wish there was a way to get Vigor plus Invigorated onto the build, but they are in the same perk bucket, so it's one or the other. Hasted Vigor is less effective as Vigor, but provides the utility of 10% haste as the trade-off and can coincide with Invigorated. The haste only stacks 1 time, but the Vigor stacks 3 times. Reducing dots by 21% is critical, as damage over time effects are one way experienced players sneak damage past our defenses. We can stack this mitigation by proccing defensive formation while blocking, or swapping to hammer to proc the tree's inherent grit ward to decrease dot damage even further. Shirking heals also works to retroactively regain the life loss from dot damage as well. On top of this, we get 10% haste after getting hit while we have a dot, which is very easy to do in 1vx and procs often, as many builds have damage over time effects. Poison on bow, burning from fire staff, even melee ones like spear and greatsword bleeds. But just about everyone is running Rune Glass with dots, so those are turning Hasted Vigor on as well. So Hasted Vigor is exactly what I was looking for, as the main things that kill a tank are debuffs and dots. We have enough sustain to hold against raw damage, but debuff and dots are what accelerate our downfall. The haste also adds to what makes the Omni Tank a triple threat by increasing our mobility further. When stacked with a mobility passive in the SNS tree, Accelerated Resolve, or Zephyr Cakes in OPR, we zoom around the map. Ricky Bobby would be proud.
Just want to share a little piece of personal information with you. I got a chubby right now because this is one of the most awesome experiences of my life.
I will save going into incredible detail for this weekend's upcoming video, but just know that one of my main goals with this build is to keep all debuffs and dots off me, which in turn pushes the build to new heights. The next perk I'm testing out is Empowered Cleave. I like the skill, but it's either worded strangely or is likely bugged, as it's turning on against a single player with 2 hits, rather than just proccing on 2 players with 1 hit, which is what the original text says for the perk. So it's doing both and remembers when you hit someone. If your first hit is with sword and you swap to Warhammer, that counts as a second hit and procs the Empower. If this is intentional, which is highly unlikely, I will keep this on my ring. If not, I will use it just for 1vx, but my issue with it is that we already have so many ways to reach empowerment cap, and I would hate to leave damage on the table. I also tried unimpeded on the amulet and found it to be very underwhelming. I've talked to many high level players and they tend to agree. At best, it gives you 1 meter of travel faster than not having it on. It doesn't cut the duration of slows, just the potency. Stamina recovery is still best in slot, as it gets us out of a pinch by allowing us to block again, and proc shirking heals if need be. Remember, our stamina bar is like a second health bar. But I've rambled on for too long and would like to save it all for the build video. So for those of you that need a general build direction, the update will be the same, except I'm replacing 3 Grit Ward with 3 Hasted Vigor. Sundering Shockwave will replace the 4th Grit Ward, and I'll be using the Gorgon Longsword and possibly Trisna for my 725 weapons, if I can get a worm completion sometime soon. I'm not 100% convinced it's the best option, but it's definitely more accessible than crafting a 3 perk Abyss Warhammer with a Gorgon Essence. I will go over all this in the full update video. Thanks for tuning in, and heavy we trust.